Okay, I'm going to do a quick tutorial video on how to change the alternator on a 1999 Infiniti G20. All the forums I was reading says that you have to remove the AC compressor down there if you follow this line here. They say you have to remove that, then take the alternator out, then drop it out to the bottom, but you don't have to do that. Let me just walk you through it. I got it on ramps right now, so it's up off the ground. Emergency brakes on, back tires are chocked. First thing, disconnect your battery, and then what I did is I took the hose off the radiator. I took this out of here to get that out of the way. I took this deal off here, this housing deal here. There's just three 10mm bolts. You just take that off, this pops off, then you'll have enough room to pull the alternator out. But disconnect the positive, and then your plug in here, take that off, and then what you do is loosen the bolt right here for the top of the alternator, and then the tensioner is right here. That's also 12. This is 12mm. This one's also 12mm. Just loosen that up, and then take that off. And what I did is there's two more 12mm right there, those green ones. I took those off, and you can remove this tensioner completely and get that out of the way also. I already have the new one in. I should have started from the beginning, but I didn't, so bear with me. Remove this black deal here, this tensioner. You can get that out of the way completely. And then once you do that, you have to lower the motor, so you have to remove this motor mount. There's just 3 bolts right here holding the motor mount, but before you do that, you come down here. I put a jack on the motor. You lift the motor up so there's no tension on that motor mount. Once you get it lifted up to where that rubber on the motor mount is pretty sorry, I should be holding this camera straight or else it's all jacked up. Lift the motor up to where the weight's off that motor mount. Then you remove the bolts. There's 3 bolts there. One there, and one back over here. Remove all of those, 3 of them, pull them out, and then you can lower the motor down as far as you can. And then everybody says that last bolt up there is a pain in the ass, but it's really not too bad. It's a 17mm. Let me see if I can reach it from right here. It's up there. If you can follow the wrench, it's up there. It's a 17mm, and if you can get your box stand on it, and then just take another wrench. That's the only tools I have, so. Put your wrench on it like so, and then you'll have enough leverage to break that out. And it's kind of a pain in the ass, but once you get that completely off, it's just a nut. Take the nut off. That nut will come off, and then you go to the top, and then let me just use the old one for reference. It's in there like that. Once you get that loose, you can break it over like this. It'll pivot on that. There's a bolt that goes all the way through, and I wish I would have started from the beginning, but that bolt is, it's on the bottom. It's on the second hole down there, on this one right here, and it just slides out. You can slide it out, and it'll slide all the way out, and you're good. You just take it out, and then you just, you jockey the alternator, and you can pull it up through here. So there's no messing with that compressor down there. It's just a waste of time. And like I said, you just take the alternator out, put the new one in, put that bolt back in over there, and then you can get the belt on, and then start the nut from the top. You don't have to start it from the bottom. Since this alternator will be jacked over completely, it'll be laid over just like this. You can reach in there and start that nut just like that. And once you get it started, then you can twist this up, put your tensioner back on, But don't get these two nuts tight. Just run them in handy, and then you put the bolt into your alternator right there. Get that one started. Make sure they're all started, and then you can get these tight, and then get the tensioner tight, and then get the bolt on the alternator tight. That's how I did it. And I know there might be a right way or whatever, but this is the way I did it, and it worked fine for me. So once you get that in there, then you get the top tight, then you go back down here to the bottom, and you get that 17 millimeter in there, get that one tight. Get everything hooked back up, get your motor jacked back up, put your bolts in your motor mount back on, and you're ready to rock. Like I said, of course, put that housing in there and put the hose back in to your radiator. But yeah, all the forums I read, they said that you have to take the AC compressor out the bottom, but you don't have to. You don't. If this was helpful, I guess, just give me a like and subscribe. Thank you.